Hey ho, chitty chitty bang bang, chitty chitty bang bang, we love you. Don't know why I always start every fucking podcast with that. Highnoon with Flemo. I have no idea what date it is. It is the Saturday before, I don't know, it might be the 6th, 7th, something like that. Day before UFC 223. 2 days before WrestleMania. Yeah, well, it's Saturday here, which means it's Friday in America. So, yeah, you catch my drift, homies. I did I've done a couple, but I had problems uploading them, so it's been over a week, I think, since the last one. Thanks for listening too. I was checking the stats, and there's a lot of people listening from all over the world. In America, really cool. Most actually, yeah, it's all blacked out, the American part of the map, so it's all, most of them are from America, which I much prefer. Because Australia, like in the heavy metal industry, music industry, it's like you've got to be big somewhere else for them to like you here. I just don't care if they fucking like me here. So I much prefer to go to where, people are actually have a good sense of humour, like the States, which they do. That's why I love going back there. I don't know what's been going on. UFC's been fucking crazy, I'll tell you that. Conor McGregor went apeshit yesterday. I'm sure it's all over the news, all over the world. But yeah, he's fucked up. I still don't know if it was planned. Like, I mean, obviously, like it wouldn't surprise me if it was planned to an extent, and then he just went 80% overboard. You know, it's a perfect stunt, him coming in, going after the bus, punching it, threatening, causes a bit of hype. Then tomorrow, if Khabib wins, then they can go, cool, you're next. And Russia versus Ireland's complete. A huge pay-per-view, but, yeah. Who knows? Who knows what the fuck's going on? So anyway, if you don't know, well, who knows? Who doesn't? Well, if you don't, a couple of media guys from his company snuck him into the Barclays Centre in New York and in Brooklyn there. And he threw a trolley, a dolly, hand dolly, through the window. They threw chairs. They were just... Apparently, he was sitting in Ireland and decided to jump on a plane, his private jet, and fly 20 of his mates to New York to do this. So, yeah, 2 fighters were injured. Michael Chiesa had his face cut open from the glass because he was sitting right there. And, what's his name? Midget. Not the right word to use. The Mexican midget. Boar. He got something in his eyes, some glass or something, so he got pulled. And then friggin' during the weigh-in, Max Holloway was told to stop cutting weight by the New York Commission, which makes me wonder if it was another commission like, California or Vegas, Nevada, they would have let it go and let him cut down. I couldn't imagine he had too much to cut. He's 145 as a fighter, so he got pulled. So the main event's fucked, and luckily Al Quinta jumped in. They were after Pettis, so I'm glad it was Al, because Pettis, he would have just got mauled. Absolutely mauled. I don't think he would have said yes. He would have had an excuse. if I was him, I would have had an excuse. Whereas Ally Quinter's a bit of a badass. I enjoy his style of fighting and his no bullshit approach. So, come on, Dumsky. Sorry, just getting a bit of road rage action. Yeah, so UFC's tomorrow. It obviously would have been great if all these fights hadn't been pulled. So there's 3 fights not happening because Lobov got pulled, Connor's mate, which all this started over. So he's only in the UFC because of Connor. When he was in the Ultimate Fighter, he lost, then got a second chance to get in the house. I think he lost again and then got a second chance to fight, from memory. Hey, baby. So I'm driving along Beach Road. It's a beautiful day here in Melbourne, probably 30 degrees, and just brings out beautiful women. So you might hear me get a bit distracted while I'm driving. Yeah, not to mention all the people in Lycra riding there. I don't know if this happens over in other parts of the world, all my American homies. Do you get just dickheads, like old men, riding bicycles and they're wearing Lycra like they're part of a team, but they're not. You can just tell they're fat fucks who just all get together and they hog one lane of the road, because we've had a few of them get hit and a lot of road rage here, which does shit me, because when I grew up on a BMX, mate. If I rode on the road, I rode in the gutter. Like, no issue. I didn't want to ride on the road. But now you have to give way to them, and you've got to be a metre away no matter where they are. So if they pull even into your lane, you've got to stop your car, because you can't be a metre near them. So they can just fuck you up, push you into oncoming traffic if they want. It's really ridiculous. But on weekends, my God, they take over this road, Beach Road, because it's a beautiful view. But right next to me, right, so I'm driving along. There's 2 lanes going to the city, 2 lanes leaving the city. But on my left, I'm going to the city, there's footpath with walking and cycling. So they all could be cycling on the footpath and leaving the road open, but they just want to fucking piss people off, I think. And then you get up every so many roads, there's a cafe, right? And they're all just sitting out the front drinking latte. Yeah, it's because that's what goes down well after riding. So I want to drink milk. Fucking dummies. So, yeah. I don't know, let me know. I don't recall seeing groups of cyclists who weren't professionals riding on the road. Here goes another one. She's not a pro. She's got all the pro gear on. It's like she's sponsored, but you know no one's sponsoring Fat Margaret from fucking down the road. She's fat, she's from down the road, mate. She's got 6 kids. 8 different fathers. I don't know. Fuck Margaret. Who everyone else has. Yeah, so anyway, I've been gigging a bit. This week's been a bit weird. I was in a shitty mood. So last week I did the Naughty show last Friday night at the Comics Lounge. That was fun. Crowd was a bit small. They fucked up. They told everyone to hang around for the show, and then took ages to clear the room. So then some people were leaving because they're just sitting there with no atmosphere, waiting for a show to start. So the next night they fixed it by saying we've got another bracket, so go get a beer, and kept everyone safe. I'm heading in there. They want me to work on the door tonight, so hopefully I get to jump up, be a bit nutty, and then so I've got Monday hopefully again. Adam Richards is emceeing at the lounge, so fingers crossed, because I'm on next Saturday night at the Comics Lounge, so I should be doing the Naughty show as well, so I'll be on at 9 and again at 11:30. So hopefully I can jump up this week, do a couple of spots. I took a mate of mine, Sean Conway from Perth. He opens for Hinchcliffe when he's in Australia. Tours around with him. Hey, he's a good bloke. He wanted to jump up somewhere Tuesday, so I was going to take him to St Kilda, CJ Fortuna's club, but well, it's not really a club. But took him to that Speakeasy, that burlesque place, because it's easy to get on there. And I fucking get there, and they put the show on at 8:30. So he's a bit of a scammer, this dude. Puts them on at 8:30, so the audience hang around, keep drinking, that's fine. But then cut us down to 3 fucking minutes. So I'm just like, oh fuck, this is bullshit. I did 5.5, but hard for me to stick to time. And it was a shitty gig. The week before, I think, was alright. The week before that was fine. But yeah, this one sucked. And it was just the vibe. And that's what, it just irks me. You've got person sucking, the next person suck. Then a guitarist, ukulele guy, pretty average at what he does. Not like he's a killer at what he does. Dressed like he's from 1920. And then you got shit act, and then the guy who runs it had a suitcase with props, and they weren't even really funny, and he'd sort of answer his own crowd work questions by not even asking. It was just really weird. I had to follow that. It was just bomb after bomb after bomb. But yeah, but people were laughing. Like, there was a group at the back that weren't giving me anything, didn't bother, but, you know, to my right they're laughing, but they're real quiet, sort of silent laughers. You see it on their face, but they weren't making the noises that matched their face. So, yeah, it was a bit of a crappy gig, and then ended up Wednesday, caught up with Akmal Sally, who I might have spoken about before. I open up for him. He's a big act here in Australia, and a cool dude. Caught up with him. He's doing a theatre, the Athenaeum, and caught up with Heath Franklin, who does Chopper. It's like a comedy version. If you haven't seen, to all the overseas people, there's a movie called Chopper. Some of you might have seen it. If you haven't, get it. It's got Eric Bana, who you'll know from some like Troy and the original Hulk, the first Hulk film. Shitty film, that one. But he plays, it's based on a real dude, one of our most notorious criminals, Chopper Reed, Mark Brandon Chopper Reed. Mark Chopper Reed? Okay. He's fucking crazy. And Tony, the father at the lounge, the Godfather, he used to manage him. He used to do every Monday at the Comics Lounge. They'd have Q&A after the comedy show. Chris Bennett and Chopper would get on stage, and people would ask for life advice from Chopper. And it would just be like, you know, my mother-in-law doesn't like me, what should I do? I cut her fucking finger off. Yeah, fuck the bitch, bury her. Fuck. Yeah, some really good advice he'd give. Yeah, so anyway, Heath Franklin does a comedy version. He had a TV show. You can YouTube some of his stuff. And Chopper's since passed away, probably about 4 or 5 years ago. But anyway, long story short, he was heading on stage, so just caught up with them, having a chat, hanging out backstage, and then ended up catching up with Akmal. Caught up with him a week earlier. We were hanging out, and inevitably we end up sitting there talking about conspiracy theories, yeah, having a laugh. So that was cool. And yeah, what other gigs? That was all the gigs I did this week, just Tuesday night. I just wasn't feeling it, not feeling funny, not feeling... So weird. I was playing a set to someone the other day, and it was just... And I'd listened to this set, it was in Perth, and it was... I've got some stuff online, videos and that, and they don't really capture me when I'm going off. When you're paying for someone to film you, you can't afford to pay every gig. But this one show in Perth, I went nuts. Off the cuff, a lot of off the cuff stuff, and the laughs per minute were just ferocious. 9, 8, 7, 9, 6, 8, and then 2 in the last minute. But leading him up to a bigger punch. But so that's a fucking murderous sort of gig. I think it was about 8 minutes or something. Then I'd listen to it, and before I'd go on stage, I'd be listening to it, trying to remember what my jokes are, what I should say. And then I'd turn it off, just going, oh shit, I'm in trouble. None of that's funny. I'm in deep shit. And then get on and just sort of fall into bits and have another great gig. It wasn't, especially in Perth, the only average ones I would have is probably the Thursday, sort of finding my feet a bit. But yeah, all the rest were really top level sort of sets. But yeah, I go through weird phases. I'm just like, fuck, I'm not funny. What am I doing? How am I going to make this crowd laugh? And then I end up making them laugh and high for a day off it, and then the next day I'm depressed again. Never fucking ends. Yeah, so we've got WrestleMania on Monday. We're going to a cinema, Chadstone Shopping Centre. Dan, I think Paulie, maybe Grant Lee. Usually always watch it together. It'll definitely be me and Paulie and Dan at the least. And then, yeah, so we've got recliners, but it starts at like 8:30 in the morning. So, and I know they've fucking 5 hours in a fucking recliner. Well, that's not better than sitting on a fucking floor, but 5 hours of WrestleMania. So it's going to be cool. We all know that's a shit thing. You know what's going to happen, and it's not what anyone wants. WrestleMania is usually cool because you get what you want. There's this, I don't know how to explain it, but WrestleMania is the big one every year, and it is. You just get what you want. Hulk Hogan versus, well, here we go. Hulk Hogan, Mr. T in the first one. They won. You got what you wanted. You wanted them to win. You've invested all this time, all year in the story. We'll give it to you. WrestleMania 2. Bundy out of nowhere attacks Hulk Hogan. Gets held into the corner. Bundy just splashes him, busts his ribs. How's Hulk Hogan going to overcome this? You know, we don't want Bundy to win. He'll become champion. No, well, here it is. We'll give you what you want. Hulk Hogan pins him. We'll put it in a cage. Ultimate Revenge. Splits his head open. Number 3. Hogan and Andre. You got what you wanted. Hulk Hogan beat the unbeatable. And I mean, a lot of them were, how's Hulk Hogan going to overcome this? And then 6, Ultimate Warrior, the great man, overcomes Hulk Hogan. And that's pretty much what everyone wanted. Face against face. But you kind of know that you're going to get... That one was a bit weird because it was face against face, and you just didn't know if you were going to get what you wanted, and we got it. And I remember I never jumped. It was one of the most exhilarating pins I've ever... I jumped around my lounge room. It was on at about 1 in the morning. Oh, God, that was a good feeling. But this one, you know what they're going to do. It's what they want. It's not what we want. I mean, they've made Brock hated so they can do what they want, which is give Roman Reigns the fucking win. bullshit. So I hope the cinema's not full of kids. I hope it's full of wrestling fans so we can just video the boos. Boo. Yeah, he's skydiver. Not skydiver. Parish. Oh, shit. Shit, this dude's going to hurt himself. Oh, no, he made it. So it was just a dude, I have no idea where he come from. Oh, well, he must have been parachute. Sorry, dude just parachuted. Yeah, I'm thinking there's no mountain for you to glide off. He looked like he tanked it right at the end. No, he's alive. There's people landing their parachutes on the beach, right, I reckon 50 metres from where I'm driving. It's really smart. Fuck up. Not only do you hit the road, but then you cop a fucking shitload of cars over the top of you. We'll just put you out of your misery. Yeah, so WrestleMania, that's probably what's going to happen. Undertaker will come out, challenge John Cena for next year, which will give him a year to rehab his hip and build his strength up and make himself physically look good. And I mean, there's going to be some good matches, but fuck, really over it. It's a bit shit at the moment. Yeah. So, comedy, I'm just waiting. Hopefully, I didn't get a festival pass this year. Dan reckons he put one in, but I think they're resending them out or something. So I get a festival pass because I'm considering doing some reviews. Won't be good. This will be the problem, mate. If I go to all these comedy shows to do reviews, there won't be anything positive said. You know, there'd probably be Kyle Kinane, the Americans. I actually want to use my pass to go see these guys and gals that are legitimately funny, but I feel like going to see a heap of the open micers and doing real reviews on their shows. And I can tell that they'll all be 1 star for effort. And I've said it before. They get all these 4 or 5 star reviews, and it's like, my God, how can you? I've seen your set. You are not fucking funny. How can you get a 5 star? And I'm not sure if I did say this in the other podcast that I didn't put on. They're obviously paying for it. Yeah. And they're just delusional, getting photos with their sold out sticker. I sold out 20 seats. Putting online, hey, the next 6 nights are sold out. Thanks to all my peeps for coming. Your family members and friends, mate. That's it. It's not fans. You ain't got fans, buddy. That's why your interstate shows don't sell out. Your family ain't there. Yeah, makes me wonder whether I should do a show. I think I might do a CD. I was just, a CD, that sounds so fucking bad, so old, but an album. Just record it somewhere. Maybe go up Warrnambool, somewhere where I know I can just fucking set the room on fire. Record it and chuck it on iTunes. I have no idea why. Well, here's one reason why. Like, I looked at the people who people have been recording CDs or albums and that. And I think it's purely just to enter the ARIA charts and make... because the truth is, I mean, I'd love to see the numbers. Like Matt O'Kine, who's one of the Raw guys, he's on Triple J, so he's got a TV show. He's a bit of a celebrity. Not a great comedian. yeah, not very strong. But he had an album out, and I think it won Album of the Year last year at ARIA, Comedy Album of the Year. And I know the tricks. I know how to sell albums. So I know I can outsell anyone. Except, obviously our biggest acts. But I doubt how many people are actually buying CD. The big acts aren't putting out CDs, they're putting out DVD. So it makes me think that award is just purely for these guys, for a brag's sake. Because I know if I do put out an album, I will sell X amount, because I do have X amount of followers, and even from the music world, from the Pegasus fans and stuff like that. I'm sure, especially if I chuck in some heavy metal content, I'll sell X amount, but then I know how to top it up. I know the tricks of how they do all the sales and add it all up, so I could easily blitz the competition in that area, and then when it comes to that time, not even get nominated and not win. Even if I got nominated, not win to someone who didn't sell any, because they're with a certain agent or something like that. So it could be just worth it, just for the fun of calling bullshit on everyone. Yeah, but it'll be a bit of fun. I listened, I've just chucked on Spotify earlier and had a listen to some comedy. And it is so, like, if you can just capture those gigs, like I said, I put stuff online, and it's me being a bit clinical, and cool, I'm filming it, so I don't want to fuck things up, but I'm not loose. Whereas if I'm up there and I don't know what's going to happen, and the crowd get an anticipation of what the fuck's going to happen next with this dude, that's where the magic, the fun gigs are, the really electric sort of gigs. So at least with audio, you can cost nothing to set up your Zoom and do a good audio recording of every show. Yeah, could even mix them together maybe. I don't know. We'll work it out. We'll come up with something. Have a bit of fun. That'd be fucking hilarious. Just do the same bit 20 times. This is what it sounds like in Perth. This is what it sounds like in Denver, Colorado. Yeah, just go through all my old recordings. This is me bombing in LA. Yeah, maybe the best of bombing. I don't know. So anyway, I'll go see a heap of shows this week. Like I said, hopefully do a couple of gigs. Well, I've got the Saturday night, but I'd fucking love the Monday just to warm up. And then, the good thing with Saturday, I'll do the 2, so I can do a real nasty show. Set and pull out all stops. Because I got ready, I did my, I just did my normal set, which pissed me off a bit because people were doing their normal set during the nasty show, which was pissing me off because they're not really nasty comics. They're not that type of comic. And then I did my normal set, which is a lot dirtier than most comics. And then the next day I was cruising in and I was like, fuck, I got that one. Ones that are really full on that I don't do. Just because I've gotten used to, you write a new 10, you just want to do that new 10 because you're kind of moulding it and improving it, but also you're a bit excited about it because it's fresh to you, so you end up neglecting old material. But yeah, I've got plenty of old, really disgusting material that people would like. So, I'll pull that out for next week, or even tonight if I'm on. I'm a bit I've got to babysit my mum. She's not well at the moment. She's got Parkinson's or something. And my dad's gone away up see family and friends up on the Murray and just hang out, which he fucking needs, because he's sort of stuck at home every day looking after mum now, because she doesn't want to go anywhere. So yeah, and it's fucked because I've got to be home at a certain time. I have to put her feet into bed. That's it. It's a bit weird because it's like, fuck, you can put your feet in bed. I don't know what it is. But yeah, she's not, mate, you are not going to walk. Yeah, you're going to run. Run! Or I'll run you over, you fucking Kojak looking motherfucker. Yeah, so it's a bit shit. So if I'm not on tonight, I'll just finish up at the lounge. If I'm not on the naughty show, the late show, I'll race home and mum and dad's and help mother out. And then try to get some good sleep and wake up early for the UFC. Man, the UFC, it really does have a weird feeling. It's kind of got a bad taste, this whole event. Here we go, I'll say it. Someone will probably get killed tomorrow. Someone will get punched so hard in the head they'll just die. That's how this UFC's been going. It's cursed. But yeah, nonetheless, like I said, I'm glad Khabib's fighting Aloy Quinter because he's, I fucking love him. He doesn't give a fuck. He's a legit badass, Aloy Quinter. He's not acting. I was watching, and I might actually, when I get out of the car, watch the 25th anniversary press conference. It looked like they were setting up a few fights for that, and Colby Covington and what's his name? Usman, I think, was going after each other. That Colby, he really does look like a dick. Like he's just, all he's done is talked himself into a place where, but he can't back it up like Conor and everyone else. He's trying to be Conor, but he ain't on that level. I just hope he really gets embarrassed. Oh, what the fuck's this little kid doing? I think that bike's a little bit big for your daughter, mate. Fucking hell. This girl nearly rode onto the road because the seats fucking... She's probably 4'5", and the seat's at fucking 5'8". She's just sort of jumped on it and just wheeled herself onto the fucking road. Good parenting, yes. Alright, funny shit, man. I really should be, I should check the news and found some topical shit. I'll do that for the next one, I promise. I'll be funnier. I'll find some funny shit. Just talking. Because the festival's on, there's some cool dudes here at the moment, so I'll do a few interviews. I might do one with Akmal. We'll do a conspiracy theory episode. Got Shane Hunter is in town from Queensland. Did some shows with Shane over in Perth. He's a good bloke. So I'll give him a yell. I was supposed to do his podcast. He rang back in January, and I remember I was on the phone at the lounge. I was working there. And didn't answer it. I'm terrible with phone calls. You call me and say, "Hey, I'll call you back. And then if it gets to a certain point, like days later, I feel terrible calling you back. So then I don't call you back, but I intend on calling you back. And I just hate telephones. I fucking hate ringing people. I fucking hate it. Even when I was a kid, I used to get my mum to ring for me in everything. If there was an appointment to be made, job interviews, different things like that, my mum would have to ring because I just couldn't talk on the phone with shit like that. I fucking hated it. I Still do. I don't know what it is. Responsibility? Yeah. 21st century problems. 21st century issues. Millennial issues. I just prefer to swipe. I just prefer to give you a thumbs up. So much easier. Let me thumb up you. Let me thumb up you. You dirty bastards. Thumb up you. Going past the Furphy factory. Mate, that's a beer you wish you got your fucking stocks, you know. We got this beer going around Victoria now called Furphies. And fucking everyone's drinking them. It's like a trendy beer. It's no different to the fucking previous beer I was drinking. I have no idea why everyone's freaking out over it. Oh my God, I've got to get a Furphy. I've got to try that. It's just fucking beer. Oh, shit. Come on. Go, motherfucker. Go, motherfucker, go. Go, motherfucker, go. Alright, sorry. Hey, you can wait there, buddy. My horn doesn't work. I can't abuse you. So, you hear that V8 power, people? Mad Max action. Got the Ford. I'm in a Ford. Mad Max drove a Ford. Both V8s. Mine's on gas. His was on gas, nitrous. Got a lot in common with Mad Max. Okay, look, well, we're both in Victoria. And the Hall of Justice is only about 10 minutes away from here. Yeah. I should do a podcast going over there. I'm pretty sure it's still there. Yeah, it was pretty much part one. So you guys, I better clear this up. You've got the Road Warrior, which is Mad Max 2. But that was treated like its own movie over there, because that was the one that blew up. But part one's a really cool film. It does have a bit of a dead moment when he's fucking on his holiday with his wife. Oh, she's fucking... I remember watching it just going, why would you have an ugly leading lady? She just... I don't know. It just freaks me out. I guess you get tuned to it where all the leading women are always fucking good looking in movies and shit. And you get her with her curly fucking hair and you're like, man, she hasn't got blonde hair, blue eyes and big tits. What the fuck, man? I want my money back. Because that's the thing, I guess, when they kiss. Yep, go on, put your foot on your accelerator, dummy. Yeah. When they kiss, and it's like, I think, this is where my imagination's pretty fucked up. In a good way, it has helped me be good at writing and all that is, I can imagine myself in really weird situations to write. Very vivid. So when I go there, you know, if I've spoken about Death or Glory, the last song on the Pegasus album, I've spoken about it in a few interviews and stuff before where, you know, it's set in the medieval times or whatever, and when I wrote it, I was actually there. I was in my lounge room, but in my mind, my body, and I was sweating, and I was really in that battle and in that issue, and therefore the lyrics come out right. And the vocal melody came out right because it's how it would have been sort of expressed. So when you see someone, you know, I see someone in a movie, I end up in the fucking movie inevitably, and it's me, and I'm fighting the zombies, and I'm doing this, and I'm doing that. That's just my personality and my great imagination. So when Mel Gibson, when Mad Max is kissing his ugly wife, I'm pissed off because I'm kissing his ugly wife. Oh, fuck. Such a dummy. But no, it's true. So then I get the shits because it's like, fuck, well, get a hot wife. So at least if I'm going to be pretending that I'm kissing your wife, it gives me a fucking hard on. Hashtag Me too. Yeah. Time 39 minutes. It's a pretty good drive. I try to click it on around Mordialloc and head down Beach Road. I know it takes me longer to get in here because I go along the beach, but it's a nicer drive. Just going past Festival Hall, which is closing down. If you don't know Festival Hall, it's a legendary music hall. They used to have the wrestling there before I was born, like in the 70s and stuff. They had WCW used to be there, and it was like one of the biggest things in Melbourne was the wrestling. But they'd have I mean, Andre came here, fucking Chief J Strongbow, Dundee. Obviously, he's from here, so a panel shop, I think, we lived out in South Yarra, Toorak, Paran area. Angelo Dundee. No, it's wrong Dundee. Not Mick Dundee. Cry. Yeah, get a crocodile up ya. Alright, let's just floor it so I don't run this motorbike over. I'll run this bitch over. Yeah, Festival Hall. So it would have bands and that, and it's closing down. And I think they're putting fucking apartments, which really sucks because it is an awesome venue to watch bands. I saw first concert there was Pantera, 94. I got on stage with Pantera, leapt the security cordon, got on stage, high five, shook hands, whatever, with everyone on stage. Got to shake Dimebag's. Got to be on a stage with Dimebag. How fucking cool is that? May he rest in peace, because he's my favourite. Who else? Ugly Kid Joe. That was a cool concept. There was fucking kids everywhere. So getting front row was easy. You just fucking elbow little fuckers in the head. Move, 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 move. Front row. Because I dug Ugly Kid Joe, man. Me and Neil Man, my best mate, was one of our favourite bands. And I think physically and vocally he was a bit of an influence on me, Whitfield Crane. Because he's a fucking cracking singer. He's a good singer, great expression in his voice, good voice, cool screams. And yeah, they had some fucking good songs. They were just in the wrong fucking era. Well, I guess they were in the right era because they were the only band that was sort of doing well from the metal side at that point. With grunge sort of winning over. Faith No More, Whitesnake, Pantera again in the 2000s. I drank about 26 beers before the show. I was nicely drunk. I think it was at like 100 degrees in there. That was the night Phil was fucking off his head, and yeah, a lot of people were complaining. The band were close to kicking him out. Who else have I seen there? I don't know. Seen a lot of bands at Festival Hall. Such a unique and just a cool venue, because no matter where you sat in Festival Hall, you had a good view. Yeah, it wasn't like you were miles back at the tennis centre or somewhere like that, a stadium. You were either on the floor and in the fucking midst of it, or you were sitting up on the sides. That was the cool thing. You go in the pit, and then when you fucked, you just go sit up on the side and watch, and it was a really good fucking view. Yeah, fucking love it. But yeah, very cool. All right. So I'll do for today. I'll probably do one on Tuesday or maybe Monday after the UFC. WrestleMania. We'll have a bit of a yak. I'll fill you in on all the UFC and WrestleMania gossip. Because no doubt there will be some. And I'll have a rant about it. So yeah, I don't know if this was any good, this one, but yeah, let us know. don't hit other people's cars. That's always a good thing. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Just parking the car, sorry. Try not to smash. Right, that car's fine, this car's fine. In good time. Yeah, I should go, hey. So follow us on Twitter, Facebook. Any questions, send us a message. Yeah, any life questions? Yeah, I'm the guy to answer them, fuck. Yeah, really good at life, this one. Fucking hell. I'm gonna fuck this parking up. Alright, follow us on all that shit. Have a good weekend. Go fucking Khabib. Go Brock Lesnar. Fuck Roman Reigns. Have a good weekend. Bye.